Disclaimer: it was a fanfiction story created by me. Please don't take it seriously. There is no match in this story and real life.
Diana shouting with anger, eyes full of fire. How dare you whine? Face calm with a slight smile. You haven't even seen my dear it, Diana. Remember one thing, I'm not one of those people who stay silent even after suffering everything. I am that snake. If someone steps on my tail, I strike back hard. Her words were sharp like arrows, but her face was totally composite. There was a fearless fire in her eyes. Auntie, controlling her anger, gritting her teeth, said slowly, "If you are a snake, then I am the snake charmer who knows how to control snakes like you." Wine laughed out loud, but her laughter was cold and had a sharp sarcasm. The kind of snake charmers you are talking about, they only exist in movies. In real life, there is an anaconda who surrounds a person old. The atmosphere in the house turned a little tense, but Wine wasn't ready to step back. Every word she said was like an arrow, hitting right out on target. Auntie stepping forward in anger, eyes burning. "I swear I will." Mr. John suddenly cut her off and shouted loudly, his voice huge in the whole living room. "Huge, that's it. Everyone be quiet now." Mr. John looking at Mia, his words were cold but strict. "And Mia, you have come here from your in-laws' house, right? Then sit with everyone and talk respectfully and have some control over your tongue." Mr. John's words hit Auntie hard. Her face turned red with anger. Diana, understanding her mom's anger, held her hand, but there was a wicked smile on her face. She spoke softly but with hidden passion. "It's okay, Mom. Just tolerate it a bit. When I become the daughter-in-law of this house, we will teach this old man a good lesson, too." Mia nodded silently with calm but revengeful eyes. The whole day passed like this. At night, after dinner, Mia and her daughter Diana left for their home. Because of both of them, the family didn't get a chance to properly talk to Wine. When everyone finished their dinner and went to their rooms to sleep, a quiet silence spread throughout the house. Wine turned on the dim light of the dining room, and soft white light filled the space. In that light, her tired face looked even more sad. She quietly arranged dinner for Jungkook, warmed every dish with care, as if she was mixing her love into each bite. She set everything nicely on the table, then sat down on the chair near the dining table. Every second felt like a long wait, full of restlessness. After a while, the main door of the house slowly opened, and with the cool breeze, Jungkook walked in. His steps were tired, but the moment his eyes landed on Wine sitting at the dining table, a soft relief touched his face. Wine saw him, and without thinking even for a second, she quickly ran to him and hugged him tightly, as if all her feelings from the entire day got poured into that one moment. Holding on to his chest, her breathing was heavy. Her eyes had a slight tear, but in that moment only one thing mattered: Jungkook was finally home. Jungkook hugged her back, gently caressing her hair with his hand, and softly spoke near her ear. "Jungkook, you haven't slept yet? And did you not eat dinner? What are you doing here, sitting at the dining table?" His voice was gentle, and his eyes showed clear concern. Wine looked at him and replied softly, "When I am sitting here waiting for you, so I could have dinner with you." One's word left Jungkook shocked. This was the first time someone had waited just for him, only to have dinner with him. It was a strange yet warm feeling he had never experienced before. His heart felt a little different, like something inside had quietly shifted. He gently pinched One's cheek and softly said, "Jungkook, don't ever wait like this for me again. Eat your food on time, okay?" "And why do you think I will actually listen to you?" she said, pretending to act surprised, raising her eyebrows playfully. Jungkook looked at her, and a small, mischievous smile appeared in his eyes. He leaned closer, his face just inches from hers, and spoke in a low, teasing voice. "Jungkook, because you know very well, if you don't listen to me, I will have to show you what I will do to you." His voice had a mix of warning and flirtation, like he was enjoying this moment too much. When innocently, "No, I really don't know. What will you do to me?" she asked curiously, her eyes wide, pretending not to understand, but her cheeks already turning slightly pink. Jungkook slowly ran his thumb along her lips in a soft, teasing way and said in a tone, "Jungkook, come to the room. I will show you exactly what I will do to you." His words made Hwan's cheeks flush a deeper and embarrassed it smiling. She slightly hit his chest and replied, "When I don't know someone as serious as you could be this perverted. Now let's go eat dinner. I am starving." Jungkook, "Of course, let's go. And about me being a pervert, that side of me is reserved only for you," he said with a cheeky grin and a wink in his eyes. Both of them smiled, walking toward the dining room together, lost in their own little world of teasing and love. But what they didn't know was someone was watching them, a stranger, hiding in the shadows, someone who had been observing them silently for a week, and now standing near the dining room. That person could even hear their conversation. Who was this unknown person? Why were that person secretly watching them? What was that person's intention? Hwan and Jungkook were having dinner together and talking. There was a soft peace on their faces, but neither of them knew what was coming next. Suddenly, while talking, Jungkook said to her, "Jungkook, will you miss me?" "Hwan, huh?" She looked at him a little confused. "Jungkook, I am going back abroad tomorrow," he said it with no expression on his face. As soon as those words came out of Jungkook's mouth, Hwan suddenly looked at him in shock. The color from her face faded, her eyes quickly filled with tears. The food stuck in her throat, and she couldn't say anything. Her lips trembled. The spoon slipped from her hand and fell on the plate with a soft clatter. With great difficulty, she said, "Hwan, why?" Her voice was full of pain. It made the whole room go silent. Her tears started to fall quietly, slowly rolling down her cheeks and soaking into her clothes. Seeing her like this, Jungkook became worried. He quickly held her hand, gently helped her off the chair, and sat on his lap, hugging her from the side. He softly touched her cheeks and said, "Jungkook, what happened? Why are you crying? When you are leaving me alone and going away?" Saying that, Hwan started crying even harder, her chest heavy with pain. Jungkook gently pulled her head to his chest and ran his fingers softly through her hair as he said, "Jungkook, hey, stop crying. Please, my love, don't cry. I am only going for 4 or 5 days. And if you don't want me to go, then I won't go. There's nothing to cry about." "One, maybe for you 4 or 5 days don't mean much, but for me this 4 or 5 days feel like 4 or 5 years," she said while crying, pressing her head even tighter against his chest. "Jungkook, okay, I want to go now. Happy?" He smiled softly, but even in that smile his melting heart was clearly visible. "One, but why do you even need to go to abroad?" she asked in a broken, tearful voice. While hugging Hwan even tighter, Jungkook spoke, his voice carrying a little pain and truth. "Jungkook, actually I have always lived abroad. That's why everything I have, business, work, life, is all there. Now to shift everything here, I will have to go back." After hearing this, Hwan slightly moved away from his shoulder, tears in her eyes and with a little anger on her face, she asked, "Hwan, then where do you go every morning?" Saying office. Because of crying, Hwan's nose had turned red and her eyes were a little swollen. Still with that cute angry face, she asked him. Seeing her like that, Jungkook smiled. Watching him smile brought peace to Hwan's heart. Her heart felt calm. Finally, this touched guy whose heart had become cold like ice had learned smiling. "Jungkook, you are so cute. My heart is already crazy for you. How much more you are going to drive it crazy with your little actions," he said while smiling. Hwan smiled. "Jungkook, and yes, every morning I do go to the office from here because my business isn't just abroad, it's in many places." Hwan, "Oh, okay, then you can go, but if it takes more than 3-4 days, then remember, no one will be worse than me." Jungkook smiled slightly and replied in a teasing tone, "Jungkook, such a small girl, and you were threatening me? What will you do to me?" "Hwan, I will find that love from 17 years ago and marry him? After hearing this, Jungkook's face turned serious. He got angry and grabbed her cheek tightly with a hand. There was fire and possessiveness in his eyes. His voice was strong and clear. Jungkook, whether it takes 3-4 days or 3-4 years, you will still be only mine. Wayne gently moved his hand away from her cheeks. Then, Wayne, I know. Saying this, Wayne wrapped her hands around his neck from behind. Jungkook tightly held her waist with both his hands and pulled her even closer to him. Each other deeply when suddenly a sound of something falling was heard. Wayne quickly got up from his lap in fear and started looking around nervously, hoping no one had seen them like that. But Jungkook didn't care at all. He immediately got up from the chair and walked toward a dark corner of the dining room. There he grabbed someone by the collar and dragged that person out into the light. As soon as they saw that person's face, both Wayne and Jungkook were completely shocked. Wayne and Jungkook, see you? They said with surprise. Seeing both of them in front of him, Siwoo first gave a nervous smile, but the very next moment he showed anger and said to Jungkook, Siwoo, Hyung, didn't you feel even a little bit of shame with your younger brother's wife like that? He said, trying to show anger. Jungkook quickly grabbed his collar and pulled him closer, then said in a cold but threatening tone, Jungkook, I think you need a holiday to some place far away where no one is around, just you and one bodyguard who keeps watching you all the time. You will get food only twice a day. That's it. How would that kind of holiday be for 6 or 7 months? After hearing Jungkook's words, Siwoo got scared. He tried to hide the fear in his eyes and laughed nervously, looking around and then said, Siwoo, who am I? Where am I? Then looking at Jungkook, he acted more and said, Oh, Hyung, you are here? Maybe I am sleepwalking. No problem. I didn't see anything and I didn't hear anything. And about my wife, you can do whatever you want with her or get angry. I don't care. I don't even know her. Actually, I don't even know you. Saying this, you run away from there. Wayne looked at him in shock, surprise and anger. Then Jungkook looked at her with a small smile and said, Jungkook, I am leaving tomorrow, so can we spend tonight together? I promise I won't do anything. After hearing him, Wayne smiled softly and nodded. Then they both went to his room. They laid down on the same bed, but not with any wrong thoughts, just to spend a little time together. Jungkook placed his elbow beside her head and rested his chin on his hand while looking at her lovingly. Then he said with a smile, Jungkook, after I leave tomorrow, you should also go. Stay with your mother for a few days until I come back. Why? Are you scared that someone will do something to me when you are not around? Jungkook smiling. I'm not scared that someone will hurt you. I'm scared that you might hurt someone. Wayne glared at him. What do you mean? Do you think I am a gangster or what? Who just goes around hurting people? Jungkook laughing. You look even cuter when you are angry. Hearing his words, Wayne's face turned slightly red. She looked down and started blushing. With such a sweet smiles and laughter, they didn't even realize how quickly the night passed. Early morning, Wayne went to her room to get ready because, like Jungkook said, she was going to her mother's house too. Both of them got ready, picked their luggage and bags, and came downstairs. All the family members were shocked to see them together. No one had the courage to ask Jungkook anything, but Siwoo slowly asked Wayne, Siwoo, Wayne, I know Hyung is going abroad, but where are you going? He looked confused. Wayne, actually I am going to my mother's house for a few days. I really miss her a lot. Mr. Jeon, take care of yourself, daughter. Wayne, okay uncle. Mrs. Jeon, you go with Wayne and drop her at her house. Wayne, it's okay auntie. I will go by myself. Siwoo, oh let me go with you. Just as Siwoo stepped forward toward Wayne, his eyes met Jungkook, who was staring right at him. The look on Jungkook's face was so scary that Siwoo stopped in fear. He quickly pulled back and stood still, then said nervously, Siwoo, I have some work. I can't go. She will go by herself, he said while stammering. Mrs. Jeon, what? But why? Wayne, it's okay auntie, and anyway, I'm not going alone. Oppa will drop me at home. Hearing that, all the family members were shocked like always, and just like before, no one said anything, no one asked anything. Then both of them left. Jungkook dropped Wayne at her house and then went to the airport. As soon as Wayne's mom saw her, she got very happy, but Eileen was very angry. Her dad was also happy, and when her best friend Sophie heard that she came home, she came to meet her too. Even with so many loved ones around her, Wayne's heart still felt empathy. She was missing someone badly. Her heart kept thinking about just one person, Jungkook. Now she understood that these 4 or 5 days without him were going to be very hard for her.